is everybody doing today? And in this video, we are going to be talking about the things that you consider before Astra Yao comes out, because she is coming very soon in Zenless Zone 0, and that is going to be in around, let me check because I haven't been on this game in quite a minute. It's gonna be 2 days. That's actually super close. That's closer than I expected, but it feels like Miyabi and Harumasa have been here for quite some time. And realistically, looking at Astra Yao, with Harumasa, Miyabi still being here on the banner, I'm pretty sure with the ample amount of time that she's been here, you either have Miyabi or you have her W engine and Miyabi. There's like kind of no in between. Same thing goes for Harumasa. Either you have Harumasa's W engine or you don't. But at this point in time, with how long these banners have been, you had to have one of any of these options that I just said. So looking at Astra Yao, because realistically that's all we got to talk about. Astra Yao and Evelyn, because those two characters are the only ones we know at the current moment, with no drip marketing, knowing which characters are coming out soon. We just know realistically that Astra Yao is our next S-rank support character, and a really strong one at that. I do have a showcase video if you want to go ahead and see, just to see how she works. And yeah, she's gonna be game breaking. This is gonna be one of those characters that you kind of don't want to miss out on, and it's honestly upsetting, of course, because we have a character like Miyabi, who of course everyone doesn't regret getting, because she's one of the coolest characters in the game without a doubt, and one of the strongest as well. But the main thing that is the point of concern, of course, is that with Astra Yao's release and how strong she is, a lot of people might not have a huge amount of polychromes waiting for them, especially enough to guarantee Astra Yao and possibly even her W engine as well. Looking at Astra Yao and what she can do, of course, she's allowed to make the other two characters on the team basically form the whole team. She's kind of in the background doing nothing but giving a fat ton of stat boosts with crit damage, damage bonus, attack bonus, all that different type of stuff that's really great on the support. But she's also able to do off-field damage, and she's also able to give quick assist without needing to have the characters already have that ability on them, with the ability to also make quick assist chain attacks, which I think in all honesty is one of the most busted things you could give a character. And then to pile on top of all those things I already said, you also get a heal. You get a 3000 HP boost for every single person on the team, which basically means everybody gets put back to full health without a doubt. So if anybody's having problems dodging, if anyone's having problems staying alive in some of these game modes, well, Astra Yao is kind of like your solution for that, and a really crazy one at that, because before that you were using a Bangbu. That way you were able to periodically get some healing, which I think is funny. But looking at Astra Yao's kit, especially the thing that allows you to get quick assist and also allow your quick assist to turn into chain attacks, there's just so many characters at the current moment that benefit from having a quick assist available to them, and the fact that you're able to make multiple characters benefit from quick assist, because as you may know, the only characters in the game that allow quick assist are supports, like of course Arena, Nicole, all these other supports that are in the game, Lucy, and also one defender, which is Seth. These are the only characters that have quick assist, with Seth being the unique case having a reverse quick assist. And now that we have Astra Yao and she's giving a quick assist to everybody in the game, that's as long as you're on her team, this is kind of nasty, because there's so many characters right now that do benefit from this. We have regular DPSs in the game that are like Ellen, where her quick assist allows her to get really fast stacks and shortens the charging time on her hold attack. Same thing with Juyin. Juyin is also able to do the same thing, where quick assist give her bullets, her chain attacks give her a massive amount of bullets, and of course having all that ether damage, you're easily going to proc corruption, which ends up helping her damage as well. And there's so many great things that come out of that. Not only that, this also helps characters that are part of the anomaly meta as well. So she's not just a support for the attack side, but she also works for anomaly too, because now you have characters like Jane who are passively non-stop getting passion state, where you're able to refill it non-stop, because when you do a chain attack with Jane, she's actually going to get her full bar back and the hold skill refresh. So that's a really strong thing to have, because not only do you have your own chain attack, you have an ultimate as well to reset it, and now you have Astra Yao to forcefully reset that once again. So Jane is going to get a huge buff from this as well. And not only that, we're also looking at characters like Soldier 11. Her fire suppression state is going to stay a little bit longer. We have characters that are in the stun path, or the stun role, and now you're able to actually use their chain attack to help stun with the amount of days that it gives. So being able to raise that chain attack is going to help you quite a bit. And then not only that, we're also talking about a character like Chingy, who I think she's just been getting non-stop passive buffs. I do think she's a really strong character overall, and now that she's able to quick assist almost non-stop, she never has to do a string or go into a skill just to go straight into her stun state, where she's able to do that flash flurry of moves that she does to be able to raise the daze meter by quite a bit. She just goes in immediately with the dive, and then she starts doing her stun dance, which I think is absolutely insane. There's just so many good characters that benefit from Astra Yao, and this doesn't include characters in the future that are equally going to do the same, that are as strong. We have characters like Evelyn as well, who are going to come out in the future with her attacking potential, with her getting stronger as the fight goes on, with her being able to permanently increase how many points she has before she has to start using her enhanced basic attacks. There's so many great things that come out of having Astra Yao, and realistically, as our first premium S rank, yes, I know I usually say first S rank support, but a lot of people have not been using Rina ever since release, I'm not gonna lie. But she's been seeing a little bit more of an increase just because I think her and Miyabi work very well together. But other than that, when it comes to support, Astra Yao is definitely one that you want to look at, especially if you are interested in grabbing her. She's definitely worth it, with being able to force quick assist, being able to force chain attacks, being able to force sustain, being able to give an attack boost, crit damage boost, and also a damage boost. You're basically buffing the entire game. Now, I do have one caveat with Astra Yao specifically, and this is in no way, shape, or form supposed to demean her value as a unit. I do think, without a doubt, if you want a final verdict of what I think about Astra Yao, she's 100% worth it. She's 1000% worth more in terms of value than Evelyn. But if you like Evelyn, then go ahead and go for Evelyn. But Astra Yao specifically, as a character, she's going to be busted. She's going to be like the #1 unit in the game. She's going to allow teams break new barriers of how much damage they were doing before Astra Yao. And then with Astra Yao, yeah, that's going to be a big difference. I'm pretty sure of it, with how many boosts that she's giving. Especially when you're substituting out, let's say, another stunner, you're substituting out a other support that is nowhere near as potent as Astra Yao. But realistically, looking at Astra Yao, besides her being as busted as she is, I do think realistically that she is a little bit more on the attack side than the anomaly side, because as you may know, I did say that she boosts attack, she boosts crit damage, and she boosts total damage. So the total damage does help out characters like Jane, like Miyabi. Oh, Miyabi actually gives everything with Astra Yao, which is funny enough. They kind of fine-tuned it in a way where Miyabi still wins in that discussion. But looking at characters like Bernice, characters like Jane, all these anomaly characters, of course they work on anomaly mastery, anomaly proficiency, attack percent, all that different type of stuff. Astra Yao is a little bit more centered towards attack, just because looking at her boosts that she gives, of course, quick assist, chain attacks, that's good for everybody, and even more so for the anomaly characters, because a lot of the anomaly characters have really strong stuff with their chains. But looking at their sustain, that's also a general buff. But the crit damage and the attack buff, although does help out anomalies from time to time, the attack percentage and also the what is it called, the attack percentage and the crit damage kind of skew a little bit more closely to the attack portion of the game than the anomaly portion. Although the total damage boost does help out anomaly, I do think eventually, and I think this is going to be a little bit far into the future, where I guess everyone is already using up their polycomb for somebody else, that we will end up getting an Astra Yao, but for anomaly, because this does seem like Astra Yao is a little bit more catered towards the attackers in the game. That way they get that extra little boost that they wouldn't have gotten versus anomaly, because we all know anomaly is still one of the best characters or best teams or archetypes in the game, just because of the uptime of DPS. You don't have to wait for them to be stunned. When they do get stunned, that's just extra damage. You have almost 100% uptime and doing anything that you want. You can freeze, you can burn, you can shock, all the different type of stuff with different status elements that hurt the enemy a crap ton. And then you have attackers who do need them to be stunned, that do need to resource management. That way they're able to do the optimal DPS, like characters like Zhu Yin, characters like Ellen. And with Astra Yao here, that makes that a little bit easier for them. Although it is a boost as well to anomaly, it's a little bit more of a boost to attack than anomaly. Now, I don't expect anyone, in all honesty, to use Astra with anomaly, or not use Astra with anomaly, just because that's going to be so strong as well. But I do think that if you do like attack characters like Zhu Yin and Qingyi, if you so happen to have both, if you have a character like Ellen, any of these attackers that you may like, Soldier 11, Ellen, Zhu Yin, all of these guys, if you have any of these characters, then maybe popping Astra Yao on top of that team might help you enjoy that team a little bit more. Plus having your anomaly team that's probably busted as heck because of all the support that it has realistically. But other than that, that's pretty much it when it comes to Astra Yao. When it comes to Evelyn, she's an attacker. She gets stronger as time goes by, but of course by the time we talk about Evelyn and what things you have to talk about in terms of her, we're gonna have the drip marketing. We're gonna see if she's worth it versus Astra Yao, which probably not, and the characters that get drip marketed. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one. Boosh.